Hollywood, where stars shine brightly, earn millions of dollars, and are admired by millions of fans. But beneath that glittering halo, not everyone has a long life. Throughout the history of showbiz, there have been young stars who were at the peak of their careers but passed away too early, leaving behind endless regrets for their fans. Today we will review 15 stars who died too early, who once made waves on screen and stage, but whose fates were too cruel. Let's explore their stories from Marilyn Monroe, James Dean to Amy Winehouse and Heath Ledger, and find out why their lights went out too early. Kurt Cobain, born February 20th, 1967 in Aberdeen, Washington, is a singer-songwriter and an indispensable symbol of grunge music. Kurt's childhood was not easy. His parents divorced when he was young. He lived with his mother and had to experience loneliness and alienation. Those difficulties soon formed a sensitive, rebellious, but creative personality, helping him find music as an escape. Kurt learned to play guitar at a young age and began composing his own songs, quickly revealing his innate talent for music. Kurt Cobain's music career exploded when he and Nirvana released the album Nevermind in 1991. The song Smells Like Teen Spirit became a global phenomenon, making grunge music representative of a generation of disaffected, rebellious, but also emotional youth. Kurt's music was not only powerful, but also profound, reflecting the pain, loneliness, and frustration of youth. The album In Utero 1993 continued to affirm Kurt's songwriting talent and ability to turn complex emotions into art, making him a cultural icon, not only in the US, but around the world. Despite his fame, Kurt faced many challenges in his personal life. He suffered from drug addiction, depression, and always felt pressured by the enormous attention from the media. The complicated relationships and the sudden fame made Kurt increasingly isolated, and he often turned to music as the only way to relieve his stress. On April 5th, 1994, the world was shocked when Kurt Cobain was found dead at his home in Seattle at the age of 27. The cause was determined to be suicide by gun-ending a talented but too short life. Kurt's death was not only a personal tragedy, but also a great loss for music, leaving behind endless sorrow for fans around the world. Kurt Cobain's legacy far surpasses his short life. His song style and messages continue to inspire generations of artists, proving that the light of true talent never dims. Despite his premature death, Kurt Cobain remains an immortal symbol of grunge music, rebellious youth, and profound sensitivity. Janis Joplin, born January 19th, 1943 in Port Arthur, Texas, was one of the legendary rock singers of the 1960s. From an early age, Janis showed a deep passion for music, loving jazz, blues, and rock, and at the same time expressed a strong, stubborn, but emotional personality. Her childhood experiences and feeling of not fitting in with the society around her shaped her fierce, powerful voice and the ability to convey genuine emotions on stage. Janis Joplin's musical career exploded when she became the lead singer of the band Big Brother and the Holding Company and rose to fame with the album Cheap Thrills, 1968. Songs such as Piece of My Heart, Cry Baby, and Summertime helped Janis become a musical icon for the American youth generation, bringing captivating, intense, and free-spirited performances. Her powerful voice, combined with her wild and natural performance style, made her an irreplaceable rock queen. However, behind the halo was a difficult life. Janis Joplin faced alcohol and drug addiction, professional pressure, and complicated relationships. She often turned to stimulants as a way to relieve her emotions, but that also gradually destroyed her health and life. On October 4th, 1970, Janis Joplin passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 27. The cause was determined to be a drug overdose, ending a talented but too short life. Her death shocked the music world, but also made Janis an immortal icon, symbolizing freedom, strong personality, and emotional music. Janis Joplin's legacy lives on in the hearts of her fans. Her song's voice and performance style continue to inspire generations of singers, proving that her artistic light never dimmed despite her life ending too soon. Jim Morrison, born December 8th, 1943 in Melbourne, Florida, is the lead singer and soul of the band The Doors, and one of the greatest rock icons of all time. From a young age, Jim displayed a rich imagination and a rebellious personality. He was always looking for something different, loved poetry, philosophy, and exploratory experiences, which soon shaped his musical style and impulsive stage persona. Jim Morrison's musical career really exploded when the Doors released their debut album, The Doors 1967, with such memorable songs as Light My Fire and Break On. Through Morrison's stage presence was both seductive and violent, combining a warm, powerful voice with the ability to captivate audiences, making him an icon of 1960s rock. Subsequent albums such as Strange Days, 1967, and LA Woman, 1971, continued to affirm Morrison's songwriting talent and ability to lead emotions, while showing a subtle combination of rock, blues, and poetry. However, Jim Morrison's personal life was always full of turmoil. He was famous for his impulsive lifestyle, alcoholism, drug addiction, and complicated relationships. The rapid rise to fame and the pressure of star life made Morrison increasingly withdrawn and turned to stimulants as a way to relieve stress. On July 3, 1971, Jim Morrison passed away in Paris, France, at the age of 27. The cause of death was said to be drug shock and substance abuse, but there was no official autopsy, leaving Morrison's life always covered in a layer of mystery and legend. His death shocked the rock music world, but also contributed to creating the immortal, iconic image of Morrison, a talented, impulsive, and extremely free artist. Jim Morrison's legacy lives on in music and popular culture. His voice performance style and philosophical writing continue to inspire generations of artists, proving that the light of true talent never dims. Despite his premature passing, Anton Yelchin, born March 11, 1989, in Leningrad, Soviet Union. Now St. Petersburg, Russia, is a promising young actor in Hollywood. Anton's family immigrated to the United States when he was young, and from an early age he showed a passion for the arts, especially acting. With his handsome face, sharp eyes, and natural expressive ability, Anton quickly made a name for himself in the American entertainment industry, becoming one of the most notable young actors of the early 21st century. Anton Yelchin's film career was especially notable for his role as Pavel Chekhov in the Star Trek series 2009 to 2016, where he showed the intelligence, humor, and enthusiasm of a young character, contributing to the revival of this classic film franchise. In addition, Anton also made his mark with roles in like Crazy 2011, Fright Night 2011, and Green Room 2015, where he demonstrated his ability to play diverse roles from emotional, deep characters to intense action roles. Despite his outstanding talent, Anton Yelchin's life ended too soon. On June 19, 2016, the whole world was shocked when Anton passed away in a sudden car accident at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 27. His car suddenly slid down a slope and pressed him against a gate, making his death tragic and unbelievable. Anton's passing was a huge shock to Hollywood, his colleagues and fans worldwide, because he was in his prime, at the peak of his career prospects. Despite his young age, Anton Yelchin left behind a memorable artistic legacy. His role as Chekhov in Star Trek lives on in the hearts of audiences, and his other films continue to inspire generations of young actors. Anton's untimely death was an unforeseen tragedy, but the light of his talent, dedication, and work ethic will live on, proving that a short life cannot overshadow the artistic value he left behind. Aaliyah Denahoughton, born January 16, 1979 in Brooklyn, New York, is a singer, actress, and young R&B music icon of the 90s. From a young age, Aaliyah showed a deep passion for music, possessing a soft but powerful voice combined with graceful dancing ability. With a modern, individual, and confident style, she quickly attracted the attention of young audiences and professionals, becoming one of the most prominent young artists in the United States. Aaliyah's music career exploded when she released albums such as Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, 1994 One in a Million, 1996, and Aaliyah 2001. Her songs combined R&B, hip-hop, and pop, creating a modern and distinctive sound while conveying genuine emotions. In addition to music, Aaliyah also tried her hand at film, notably with roles in Romeo, Must Die 2000, and Queen of the Damned, 2002, demonstrating her versatility in art and her potential for great growth. Despite her great success, Aaliyah's life ended too soon. On August 25th, 2001, she died at the age of 22 in a plane crash in the Bahamas while returning from a music video shoot. Aaliyah's sudden death shocked the world as she was at the height of her career with a promising future in both music and film. Despite her short life, Aaliyah left behind a timeless musical legacy. Her voice style and timeless songs continue to live on in the hearts of her fans, inspiring generations of young artists. Her untimely death did not dim the light of Aaliyah's talent. Instead, she became an immortal icon of R&B music, a model of boundless talent, style, and passion. Selena Quintanilla, born April the 16th, 1971 in Lake Jackson, Texas, is a Mexican singer-songwriter and cultural icon known for her Tejano Tex-Mex music. From an early age, Selena showed a deep passion for music, singing on stage as a child and quickly becoming a mainstay in the family band Selena y Los Dinos. With her clear, powerful voice and delicate, expressive ability, she conquered audiences across the United States and Mexico, becoming the Queen of Tejano. Music Selena's career took off when she released outstanding albums such as Entre a mi Mundo, 1992, and Amor Prohibido, 1994. Her songs combined pop cumbia and R&B, creating a youthful, modern musical style while still maintaining traditional features, while affirming Selena as a music and fashion icon for young people. In addition to music, Selena also tried her hand at fashion design and television, proving her influence far beyond the stage. However, a cruel fate ended Selena's life too soon. On March 31, 1995, Selena was murdered by Yolanda Saldivar, her store manager and fan club, at the age of 23. Selena's sudden death shocked the world, leaving fans and the music industry in deep mourning. Despite her young age, Selena Quintanilla left behind a timeless musical and cultural legacy. Her voice, performance style, and passion for her art live on, inspiring generations of Latino artists and audiences around the world. Selena's tragic death did not dim her light. On the contrary, she became an immortal symbol of Tejano music, of dedication, and of timeless, inspirational power. Amy Winehouse, born September 14, 1983 in London, England, is one of the most outstanding and unique female vocalists of the 21st century. Since her teens, Amy has shown a deep passion for music, combining jazz, soul, and R&B, along with a unique fashion style, helping her quickly become an icon of British youth culture. Amy's music career really exploded with the album Back to Black 2006, which brought her 5 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year and Best New Artist. Her powerful, emotional voice and distinctive style made Amy one of the most influential singers of that period. Songs such as Rehab, You Know I'm No Good, and Tears Dry on Their Own not only conquered audiences, but also realistically portrayed her life and inner conflicts. However, behind the halo was a stormy life. Amy Winehouse struggled with mental health issues, alcohol and drug addiction, and tumultuous relationships. The pressure of fame and personal crises led to her repeated hospitalizations and media attention, but also exposed her to her vulnerability and true self to her fans. On July 23 in 2011, Amy Winehouse passed away at her home in London at the age of 27. The cause was determined to be alcohol poisoning, ending a talented but short life. Her death shocked the world, causing fans and the music industry to mourn endlessly. Despite her young age, Amy Winehouse left behind a timeless musical legacy. Her unique voice, personal style, and timeless songs live on, forever inspiring many generations of artists to come. Her untimely death did not dim Amy's light, but on the contrary, turned her into an immortal musical icon in the hearts of the public. Brittany Murphy, born November 10, 1977 in Atlanta, Georgia, is a talented and versatile young Hollywood actress. From a young age, Brittany showed a passion for the arts, taking acting, theater, and television classes. Her family later moved to Los Angeles to support her career, and from there, Brittany quickly entered the entertainment world with confidence, dynamism, and rare natural expressive ability. Brittany Murphy's film career really exploded when she participated in the movie Clueless 1995, playing the role of Ty Frazier, an innocent, naive, but lovely and intelligent girl. This role not only helped her gain global audiences' love, but also proved her humorous and charming acting ability. In the following years, Brittany continued to assert herself with many diverse roles, notably 8 Mile 2002, where she transformed into Alex, the girlfriend of the main character, played by Eminem, showing maturity, sophistication, and inner strength in acting. She also participated in many television projects, voiceover animations, and independent films, proving her versatility and passion for acting. However, besides the halo, Britney's personal life encountered many difficulties. She faced professional pressure, stress in her private life, and gradually weakened health. Britney was said to have used sleeping aids and stress-reducing drugs, but it was unexpected that these habits contributed to the tragedy later. On December 20th, 2009, the world was shocked when Brittany Murphy passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 32. The cause of death was determined to be heart failure combined with pneumonia, and the effects of drug abuse causing one of the most talented young actresses in Hollywood to leave too soon. Her death was a great shock to her colleagues, audiences, and the global entertainment industry, because Britney was still at her peak, full of promise and creativity. Despite her young age, Brittany Murphy left behind a lasting artistic legacy. Her roles, especially in Clueless and 8 Mile, are still loved by audiences and have inspired many generations of young actors. Her untimely death did not overshadow Britney's talent. On the contrary, it further emphasized the value of her dedication, passion, and ability to shine on the Hollywood screen. Brittany Murphy will always be a symbol of youth talent and charm, a bright star but extinguished too soon. Paul Walker, born September 12th, 1973 in Glendale, California, is one of Hollywood's most famous action actors and is widely known for his role as Brian O'Connor in the Fast Furious series. From a young age, Paul showed a passion for acting and participated in television, commercial, and short film roles. With his handsome appearance, natural demeanor, and genuine expressive ability, he quickly attracted the attention of audiences and filmmakers, laying the foundation for a promising career. Paul's career really exploded when he participated in The Fast and the Furious, 2001, playing the character of Brian O'Connor, an undercover cop but full of justice, skillful driving, and charming demeanor. This role turned Paul into a new action icon of Hollywood, and at the same time turned the series into a global brand. Throughout his career, he has also participated in many other projects such as Into the Blue 2005, 8 Below 2006 and Hours, 2013, showing his diverse acting ability from intense action to deep inner emotions. In addition to his career, Paul Walker is also known for his noble personality and passion for life off the screen. He actively participates in charity activities, especially disaster relief and environmental protection funds. Paul is also a racer and passionate about cars, which helps him understand and convey the high-speed action scenes in Fast Furious. However, on November 30th, 2013, a cruel fate struck. Paul Walker died at the age of 40 in a tragic car accident in Santa Clarita, California, while attending a charity event. The Porsche, driven by his friend, lost control, crashed into a tree, and caught fire shortly after. Paul's sudden death shocked Hollywood, his colleagues, and millions of fans around the world. He was at the height of his career with Furious 7, still in production, and was an icon of passion, enthusiasm, and authenticity on screen. Despite his young age, Paul Walker left behind a legacy of cinema and a personality that transcends time. The role of Brian O'Connor lives on in the hearts of fans, and the Fast Furious series continues to inspire generations. His tragic death did not dim his light. On the contrary, Paul became an immortal symbol of kindness, passion for his craft, love of speed and art, proving that a short life can still leave a great mark. Marilyn Monroe, 1926–1962. Marilyn Monroe, whose real name is Norma Jean Mortensen, was born on June 1st, 1926 in Los Angeles, California. She had a difficult childhood, growing up in orphanages in a makeshift family, but from an early age she showed a special charm and personality. Starting her career as a model, Marilyn quickly attracted the attention of film studios and signed a contract with Hollywood in the late 1940s. She quickly became a Hollywood sex symbol, known for her image as a seductive woman, but also for her acting talent. Her notable roles include Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, 1953, How to Marry a Millionaire, 1953, The 7-Year Itch, 1955, with its iconic flying skirt scene, and Some Like It Hot. 1959, a role that earned her a Golden Globe nomination. Marilyn was highly regarded for her natural acting ability, humor, and sensitivity, but behind the halo was terrible psychological pressure. Marilyn's personal life was full of turmoil. She went through 3 marriages with James Dougherty baseball player Joe DiMaggio and writer Arthur Miller. Each relationship ended in tension and breakup, causing her to fall into a state of loneliness and depression many times. To cope with the pressure, she often used sedatives and had many mental health difficulties. On August 5, 1962, Marilyn Monroe was found dead at her home in Los Angeles at the age of 36. The cause was determined to be suicide by sleeping pills, shocking the whole world. Her death ended a short but legendary life, and at the same time turned Marilyn into an immortal Hollywood icon, still admired decades later. Marilyn Monroe's legacy is not only her timeless beauty, but also her combination of talent, personality, and charisma. Her image on screen, on magazine covers, and in advertising campaigns, lives on becoming a global cultural fashion and cinema icon, proving that her light, though dimmed early, has never faded in the hearts of her fans. James Dean, born February 8, 1931 in Marion, Indiana, was one of the most iconic actors of Hollywood in the 1950s. Growing up in an emotionally dysfunctional family, his parents divorced early, and he lived with his Aunt James, soon found his passion for acting through school and art clubs. With his attractive appearance and romantic masculinity, Dean quickly became an American youth icon, representing impulsiveness, rebellion, but also sensitivity. James Dean's film career, though short, was extremely impressive. His lifelong role in Rebel Without a Cause, 1955, captivated the younger generation with the image of Jim Stark, an emotional, dissatisfied, but charismatic young man. Before that, Dean also made his mark with the films East of Eden, 1955, and Giant, 1956, released posthumously. Dean's natural acting ability, deep expression, and irresistible charm helped him become a Hollywood icon, although his career only lasted a few years. In real life, James Dean was famous for his impulsive personality and passion for speed. He loved cars and motorcycles, always looking for thrills, which was also associated with the tragedy of his life. On September 30th, 1955, James Dean had a serious car accident while driving his Porsche 550 Spider on the highway in California. He passed away at the age of 24, leaving behind endless grief for fans and colleagues. Despite his short life, James Dean has become an eternal symbol of youth rebellion and sensitivity in popular culture. His image in Rebel Without a Cause and his portraits continue to inspire generations of artists, proving that his light has never faded, even though it was extinguished too soon. Heath Ledger, born on April 4, 1979 in Perth, Australia, is one of the most outstanding and prominent actors of his generation. From an early age, Heath showed a passion for the arts and a natural ability to get into character making. Everyone around him recognized a special talent. He began his career with roles on Australian television, but quickly moved to Hollywood, where his handsome appearance and genuine acting helped him attract the attention of both audiences and professionals. Heath Ledger's film career has been an impressive journey with a variety of diverse roles. He is known for films such as 10 Things I Hate About You, 1999, and A Knight's Tale, 2001. But his truly memorable role was in Brokeback Mountain, 2005. In this role, Heath fully expressed the complex and sensitive inner life of the character, and that performance earned him his first Oscar nomination. The pinnacle of his talent was his portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight, 2008, a haunting performance that turned Heath into an icon of artistic commitment. The Joker not only demonstrated his great ability to transform, but also left an unforgettable mark in the history of cinema, and after Heath's death, he was awarded the Academy Award for Best Post-Production for Best Supporting Actor. Despite his great success on screen, Heath's personal life was full of challenges. He faced professional pressure, psychological stress, and many sleepless nights, sometimes relying on prescription drugs to maintain his mental health. On January 22, 2008, the whole world was shocked when Heath Ledger passed away in New York. At the age of 28, the cause was determined to be an overdose of prescription drugs, ending a life that was too short but full of impressions. Despite his young age, Heath Ledger left behind a timeless artistic legacy. His roles, especially Joker, are still remembered as symbols of dedication, creativity, and masterful acting talent. Heath's untimely death saddened fans in the film industry, but his light in art will never be extinguished. Brandon Lee, born February 1st, 1965 in Oakland, California, is the only son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee and actress Linda Lee Cadwell. From a young age, Brandon was raised in an artistic and martial arts environment, inheriting his father's acumen, discipline, and fighting spirit. Despite living under the aura of a legend, Brandon still found a way to create his own style. He loved acting, loved cinema, and studied in Los Angeles, honing his acting skills as well as martial arts skills to become a well-rounded actor. Brandon Lee entered Hollywood with many small roles but quickly gained attention thanks to his handsome appearance, natural acting ability, and martial arts flexibility. He was considered one of the most promising young actors in the early 1990s, promising to follow in his father's footsteps to become a silver screen icon. Brandon's defining role was Eric Draven in The Crow 1994, a character that was both ghostly and tragic, allowing him to fully demonstrate his emotional acting ability and inner depth. The action scenes, combined with a cold but attractive demeanor, turned Brandon into a new phenomenon in Hollywood, making audiences look forward to a brilliant career ahead. However, fate was too cruel. On March 31st, 1993, while filming an action scene for The Crow in North Carolina, Brandon Lee had a movie gun accident. A bullet got stuck in the gun and hit Brandon, causing him to suddenly die at the age of 28. Brandon's sudden death not only shocked Hollywood, but also shocked fans around the world, because this was a young talent at the peak of his potential, but had not yet had time to shine. Despite his young age, Brandon Lee left behind an inspiring artistic and iconic legacy. Eric Draven's role in The Crow lives on, becoming a symbol of unfulfilled dreams of early but brilliant talent. Brandon's death is a reminder of the fragility of life and the unexpected tragedies that can strike, but the artistic light and passion he left behind continues to shine and inspire the next generation. River Phoenix, born August 23rd, 1970, in Madras, Oregon, was a promising and talented young actor in Hollywood in the 1980s and early 1990s. From a young age, River showed a wide range of artistic abilities, from acting, music, to dancing. He grew up in an adventurous and free-spirited family, which helped River develop a sensitive, emotional personality and a deep passion for the arts. River Phoenix's film career exploded when he participated in the film Stand By Me 1986, playing Chris Chambers, a sensitive, introspective boy with thoughts beyond his years. This role immediately received attention from audiences and experts, affirming River's natural acting talent and ability to convey genuine emotions. Subsequent roles in My Own Private Idaho, 1991, and Running on Empty, 1988, further cemented his status as one of Hollywood's most promising young actors, with his performances being profound, subtle, and multidimensional. Despite his great talent, River's personal life was also difficult. He struggled with professional pressure, loneliness, and dangerous habits such as drug use. River was the epitome of a sensitive, creative, but vulnerable artist, and he sought psychological relief through relationships, music, and art. On October 31st, 1993, the world was shocked when River Phoenix died in Los Angeles at the age of 23. The cause was determined to be a drug overdose, ending a promising life and career too soon. His death was a huge shock to Hollywood and his fans, but at the same time it also deeply engraved the image of River as a symbol of talented, sensitive, and emotional youth. Despite his short life, River Phoenix left behind a timeless artistic legacy. His roles, especially Chris Chambers in Stand By Me, still live on in the hearts of audiences, inspiring many generations of young actors. The tragic death did not dim the light of River's talent, but on the contrary turned him into an immortal symbol of Hollywood cinema and of young dreams that soon faded, but were brilliant. Each star on this list leaves a void in the world of art that is hard to fill. They passed away too young, but the marks they left behind will live on forever. Their light may be dimmed, but their legacy will always shine brightly in the hearts of their fans. If you love stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to join us on our journey to discover the hidden corners of Hollywood that few people know. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our next videos, any of our next videos, any of our next videos, any of our next videos.